In the previous video, I explained how the plants grow from seed. I also told you if you will sow a seed close to each other, they will compete for air, water, light, nutrition, and space to grow. And as a result, many of them would die. So, what happens? To ensure that the seed grow away from each other, some plants naturally scatter their seeds with the help of different means. So, such a process by which seeds are scattered away from each other, or you can say away from their parent plant, is called as dispersal. So, today we will be studying about what are the different methods or what are the different means by which we can disperse the seed. So let's start with it. Now let us study what are the various types of dispersal. Basically there are 4 types of dispersal. The first one is with the help of wind. The second one is water. Third one is animal. Fourth one is explosion. We'll be studying one by one about each. First one is with the help of wind. There are many seeds which are very small, or you can say which are very tiny, lightweight. They themselves can move from one place to another with the help of wind. As the wind flows, just like the dust particles spread from one place to another, the same way the small little seeds also scatter from the parent plant to some other place. Now what are the features of these kind of seeds which can scatter, which can disperse themselves with the help of wind? The first thing is its size should be small. If it is a mango seed, the mango seed cannot fly because it is very heavy as compared to the other small little seeds like the mustard seed. The second feature which is need to be present in these seeds which are dispersed with the help of wind are they have wing-like structure. Example, maple seed. This maple seed, as you can see over here, this diagram, they are having this kind of wings. With the help of these wings, they can easily fly in the wind and spread themselves in different places. Another example is dandelion. Now, if you look at this picture, you will find they are having hair-like structure, white hair-like structure. So this is another feature which is present in these kind of seeds which can easily disperse with the help of wind. The second method is dispersal by water. Now have a look. As there are many seeds, if we are putting it inside the water, some can get spoiled, most of them will die. They won't be able to go even in the dominant stage. So these plants or trees which grow near the water means near the seashore or somewhere like that, they develop into different kind of modification in the seed which help them to easily float and survive in water. For example, the coconut and lotus seed. Lotus, you all know, grow in water. They are having that capacity to survive even in water if they are floating there. Then coconut grows next to the seashore. They develop a very distant structure. I know most of you have seen coconut. They develop into spongy and fibrous covering. They have very spongy or fibrous covering. They have very fibrous covering. That brown color fiber, they need to take it out. It is a dried one, therefore you can see that fiber. But if you have that green color, so it is very spongy. If you dip it in the water, it will float up. And that is how it reaches to its different destination, and then it germinates and produces into a new plant. So this is the second method of dispersal, which is called as dispersal by water. Third method is dispersal by animal. You all know that animals go from one place to another. They do migration and they never walk on road. They usually walk in bushy region or grasses where there are many trees, forest area. So from here and there they pass. So while they are going, if suppose they come in contact with the seeds, that seeds goes and stick on the body, and when they travel from one place to another, they scatter the seeds which are present on the body. A very good example is the seed of cockleburr. Now the seeds of cockleburr are having very thin spines or hooks on it. Now due to that spine, what happens? They easily goes and stick to the animals, and when those animals travel from one place to another, they scatter the seeds. So this was all about dispersal by animal. Not only animal, if we talk about few birds, there are many birds who eat fruits, and when they are eating fruits, they easily digest the fruit which we eat. Are we eating seeds? No, because it is undigestible. So is for the birds. When birds are eating the fruit, they don't know what is seed, so they eat everything together, and after eating they go and they fly away. And when they fly, they go to some other place, and there the undigested food which is present in the digestive system is secreted out, and when it's secreted out, the seed which is present, which was undigested, goes and settles at that place, and there it germinates into a new plant. This was all about dispersal by animal. Now we'll see the last one, which is dispersal by explosion. Explosion means a blast. The same thing happens here. You all know the plants such as peas and beans. They have an outer covering which is called as pod. This pod bursts out when it is ripened, and due to that burst, they scatter very forcefully, and they goes and settle down at a certain distance. So such a method by which the seed is dispersed by the burst of the fruit is called as explosion. So this was all about dispersal of seed and the types of dispersal.